The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Welcome to Dumbing It Down with Dave. Let's do an interesting show. This should be a good one. Are you ready? Excellent. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. A little subdued as it is 1:56 in the morning. 1:56. I am on the way home. I'm leaving Schenectady, New York. I just went to the toll booth. I wanted to pull over and get the show going. It is, February 20th, Monday morning, 1:56 in the morning. I'm leaving Schenectady. It is my post-Duking It Out podcast. That's what it is. It's a post-Duking It Out contest. We've had an interesting show tonight. If you listen to episode 59, Duking It Out, Betsy DeVos, and I forgot what else was in the title, but that was a preview of my live show that I did in the comedypipe.com studios, and with Mike, also known as 3D, who's the host of Pipe Dream Live, that I do the mileage report about every episode. Jason Smith from Jason Smith's Deplorable Radio Show, and also Joshua Vincent, also known as Josh Vincent, and myself. We did the four-man show, and it was interesting. We did a little reminiscing of a comedy open mic that I used to host, which was Duke's Last Laugh, and in the Albany area, that's probably what I'm most known for. And we also talked a little bit of politics towards the end, and it got a little heated, which is good. And Josh warned us that he was going to get all excited, which he did, and that's fine. We had a good show. We consumed a good amount of bourbon, which was delicious, that Josh brought to the show, and some Modelo beer, which was also quite delicious and cold, and it went well with the bourbon. And we had an interesting show. Have I said that several times? Yeah, I've said that several times. So anyway, so that's it. I'm on my way home, and I'm just going to do a little post-show wrap-up. I thought the show was interesting. Then again, I'm doing the show. As far as listening to the show, I'm not really exactly sure what it sounded like. I'm not really exactly sure how it looked and all that. I'll wait for the YouTube final version. But nonetheless, it was good to see old friends. The four of us have never spent time together, and it was interesting to share some stories of some of it was during the open mics, and some of them were after the open mic. So it was good. It was good. Well, anyway, thank you, Dum Dums. Thank you for tuning in to this show. And if you heard the live show, thank you. Feel free to comment either here at episode 60, or of course, at Dumb with Dave on the Twitter, or Dumbing It Down with Dave at yahoo.com on the email. It's always good to hear from you, one way or the other. I didn't expect the live show to be anything phenomenal. I thought it was phenomenal enough. In the world of radio and internet communication and all that, I thought it was pretty good. The political stuff I thought got interesting, and I'm looking forward. I think we all are. The four of us are looking forward to doing the next episode of Duking It Out. If there is to be a next episode, this was supposed to be a one-off show, and there might be a second off. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I think there'll be considerably less drinking in the next show, and it probably will only be an hour. I think today's show almost went for 4 hours. That's pretty long. So that's too long. But we try to break it down into shorter shows, and then I forgot what happened the last couple hours. It sort of got out of control. I think we all got a little bit buzzed, and whatever. Just went on and on and on. So, but I enjoyed seeing my friends, whether it was recorded or not. So for me, it was a success. And I think for everybody else, it was the same thing. It didn't matter that we were recording it. It mattered that the four of us got to sit down and exchange ideas and feelings and thoughts and all that. And even though it got a little heated, Josh being the one out and out liberal, but not opposed to listening to the conservative view, and Jason Smith and I, we're not exactly conservative, so it really wasn't 3 against 1. Jason and I kind of agree that the candidate that we voted for was not the best candidate and not the one we would have voted for had Bernie not dropped out. It's a big jump to go from Bernie Sanders to Joshua Vincent to Donald Trump, but it is a big jump. It's two really sort of opposing points of view and politics and all that, but it was a matter of really not voting for Hillary. Not because we were so opposed to voting for Hillary, for a woman, or anything like that. It was just, we weren't electrified by her. Hold on, take a little soda break here. I'm so parched from the bourbon and the beer. I don't think the sugar and the Coke is good for my thirst. I should be drinking water, but I feel like burping. And I just had half a pizza, a Domino's pizza. I haven't had pizza since December 4th, 2016. And today is February 20th, 2017. So what is that? January, February, yeah, it's over 2 months. That's 2.5 months of no bread. And I had half a Domino's pie tonight. Well, I got to tell you, for $6 and some odd cents, I got chicken and pepperoni topping. I mean, that's a crazy amount of toppings. Why is my car making weird noises? Is that the radio? No. I hope it's the road. My car's making some weird noises. I hope I make it home. It's too cold to be stranded out here tonight. So, so I had my first bread in 2.5 months. That's really the story of the night for me. But anyway, yeah, so 4 of us. And what's kind of sad is that the 4 of us would probably have not gotten together had it not been for recording devices. The fact that we could record our conversation and put it on the internet. I'm not sure what that says. You know, why wouldn't the 4 of us have just gotten together? Because we never did it before? Because we're not, we're not really that close of friends? Because people who are really close, they just get together. Hey, what are you doing? I don't know. Want to get together? Yeah, we'll get together. But the 4 of us have never gotten together. This is the first time the 4 of us together have been at a table in a room doing whatever. It's a little interesting, I must admit. But I'm glad we did it. And we talked some interesting stuff. So I'm on my way home. I'm tired. I've been up for 30 hours, pretty much. I'm too tired to do the math. That's how long I've been awake. I've been awake so long, I can't even do the math. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning now. I woke up Saturday 4:30. Let's say 4:30. Let's say 4:30 to be at work at 5:30. Yeah. So 4:30 Saturday afternoon. So 4:30 Sunday afternoon is 24 hours, and 8 hours to 4:30 is 12:30. So that's 32. So wow, I might have been up for about 34 hours. I slept, I would say, about 3 hours yesterday in 2 different parts, like an hour and a half here and an hour and a half there. And I came into the show with a headache. I came into this duking it out with a headache, but then I got a little beer and bourbon in me, and the headache went away. I just, we got on the mic and it all went away. So that was that. So by the time I get home, it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. So it'll be, what did I say, 32, 33 hours. Yeah, 4 o'clock is 24 hours, 12:30 is 32 hours, and then 3 o'clock. So 35 hours I'll be awake since I woke up Saturday afternoon. It's a lot of time. How am I still going? I don't know. That's a good question. But this is what I do. I stay awake. I've always been able to stay awake. I've always been able to do the long runs, and what can I tell you? I'm still happy to be driving right now at 2:00 in the morning on the New York State Thruway southbound. I'm happy to be driving. I enjoy this. I'm doing a podcast all by myself in the car in my porta potty, my Kia Rio 2008. We should do the mileage report. Mileage report brought to you by Pipe Dream from the people of comedypipe.com. They bring you Pipe Dream live every Wednesday at 8:00 wherever you are in the world. If it's New York in the United States, the Eastern Seaboard, and it's 8:00 on a Wednesday, it's time for Pipe Dream Live. Mileage report hosted by 3D. The mileage report is 228,298. Thank you, Kia Motors. This is my podcast, and I do it. This is my dumbcast, and I do it in a Kia Rio. So what's the it? Let's get to the it. And dumbing it down with Dave. It's a good question. We talked about politics today, and Josh was very willing to really really reached out. You know, he really put out his left-wing liberal views. And it sounded like he was very passionate about how he felt. Very nervous. I think if he had a little bit less bourbon in him, we could have gotten to a little bit more of the heart of the matter. But he has concerns. But don't we all? Don't we all have concerns? Don't think just because I voted for Donald Trump that I don't have concerns. That's a very big misconception. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there, my buddy Jack and other people, that have no concerns. They're like, go Trump, go Trump, go, go, go. They're all about Trump. Just like a lot of people on the left were all about Barack Obama. Well, there's a large contingent, there's a large part of the population, and I always like to say 99.9%, that is not 100% go Trump. Or 99% of the people who voted for Trump are like, yeah, we voted for him, but that doesn't mean we're so gung-ho. It was just the vote that we made. That's just how we selected. You gave me some choices. When you go to the restaurant and you order food, do you always order the thing that excites you? When you go to the diner, do you have diners in the rest of the country? We have diners here in New York. I love my diners. It's one of my favorite places to eat. I love the no-name diners. When I grew up, there was the Arch Diner, there was the Venus Diner, there was the King's Plaza Diner, the Floridian, the Blue Haven, Bluebird Diner. I love the Bendix Diner, which is a famous diner in New Jersey. You've seen it in movies, the Bendix. Still there, still exists. It's in the middle of a road. Look it up, the Bendix Diner in, is it Lodi, New Jersey? Is it Fort Lee, New Jersey? No, it's not Fort Lee. Is it Paramus? It's closer to Paramus. Could be Hackensack. Look up the Bendix. It's a diner in the middle of the road. It's in the middle. It's not on the side of the road. It's in the middle. It's a big truck stop too, a little bit. You know, you can only fit about 3 or 4 trucks right in front of the diner. It's a very interesting location. Anyway, it's not a huge parking lot, but it's good food. I've been there. I don't know who owns it now. I don't know what the history of it is, but the Bendix Diner is a decent place. So I like my diners. How did I get to diners? So that's a good question. Well, I think I went off the trail a little bit. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, so yeah, when you pick a meal, are you excited? Are you like, chicken cutlet parmesan? Whoa! No. Tonight I get chicken cutlet. Next time I'll get meatballs, spaghetti. Next time I'll come in, I get 2 eggs, over easy, scrambled, whatever, home fries, sausages, bacon, have an orange juice, coffee, whatever. Do you always have the same dessert that excites you? No, you change your dessert. So, there's a lot of us that voted for Donald Trump. Well, are we excited about it? No. He's not Superman. He's not going to save the world. Maybe. Little soda break. Maybe he'll save the world. I like his relationship with Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel. I don't know. What is he, a prime minister? I don't know what he is. President of Israel? I have no idea. Sounds like a good thing. Sounds like Netanyahu is excited to have the United States in his corner. Sounds like for the last 8 years he didn't have a good relationship with the United States. I don't know what that was all about. I wish somebody would explain to me what the difficulty was for Barack Obama to support Israel. What was that all about? I'm not really sure. He didn't want to take sides? I don't know. So the it, for me, is preaching a little patience. Preaching. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. The left, the extreme left is going to resist. That's their thing now, to resist the presidency. They're going to fight the presidency. They're going to do all this negativity. I'm not really sure what that's going to accomplish. I think it's okay. It's your right to do these things, I guess. Right? That's your right to protest. I like to see you do it peacefully. I think it'd be a good idea if you wrote some letters to however you're supposed to communicate with your local senator, congressman, councilman, mayor, governor. How is it supposed to work in this day and age? When you have the internet, when we're so effective, we have effective, very efficient, effective, expedient forms of communication. Yet we resort to protesting and violence and just a constant bombardment and harassment, a clouding of the message, misinformation. It's just a lot of weirdness going on. And this is how I see it. That's Jason Smith was agreeing with me. We agreed with each other. Mike 3D, he was agreeing, I think, in large part with the same views. It's been 30 some odd days. Oh yeah, let's do the count up. Let's do the Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, doesn't affect me count up. If he took the presidency on the 19th, is that the date or is it the 20th? I forget. Well, too late to look it up now. I think it came out to 12 days of January. So maybe it was the 19th. It doesn't matter. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm off by a day. Who cares? And today is the 19th, right? It's been a month. So it's been about 31 days. It's been 31 days of the Donald J. Trump presidency, and guess what? My life hasn't changed one bit. Not one bit. Which is what I predicted 31 days ago. That my life was not going to change. It might change one day. I'm open-minded to it. It might change for the better. It might change for the worse. But right now, for 31 days, nothing has happened. I'm going to work. I'm coming home. I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm trying to do my 7-day challenges so I can lose some weight, so I can be healthier. I'm working on this Dumbcast. I'm working on my logistics for my Vancouver trip. I'm also, as soon as that's done, I'm going to be directing all my energy to my logistics for my August trip, which I would like to go to Anaheim, California for a podcasting convention. I think it's called Podcast Movement. PM 17, Podcast Movement. For whatever reason, because I believe in this podcast and I think there's something for me to do with it, so I'm going to go to a convention for podcasters, about podcasts. I don't think I'm going to ever protest ever again in my whole life. I say again because I protested once, and looking back, I feel silly. But I'm going to share this with you. I protested a format change on a radio station. I walked in circles with a sign that I made. It was WPIX Radio in New York City. It was a fantastic radio station, WPIX. At that time, New Wave was coming in, Boomtown Rats. I don't like Sundays. Is that the Boomtown Rats? I don't know why. I don't like Mondays. Is it Mondays? I don't know why. I don't like Mondays. And that was a song written about a girl I think committed suicide on a Monday. I don't know. I really don't remember. It was so long ago. But that's when the B-52s came in. Cheap Trick. There was just a lot of bands. I said the B-50. Blondie, I think. it seems like it was about that time. Ramones, all that stuff. And WPIX was a great radio station playing a great assortment of music. And then they, whatever reason, they decided to change the format. And people like me went down and protested. But see, that's a different type of protest because we weren't against anything. Of course we were against the change of the format, but we were more pro what you had. In other words, the protests that I see going on now is not pro Barack Obama. It's not pro Hillary Clinton. It's just totally anti-Trump. And Barack Obama is nowhere to be found during this whole thing, and neither is Hillary Clinton. She's not involved in any of this. She's home licking her wounds. She's got to be devastated, probably still. Can't believe she lost this election. This thing they were trying to give it to her. It was going to be hand-delivered. And she totally blew it. She absolutely did. What could she have done to win? Well, it'd be good if she didn't get sick. It'd be good if she didn't have this email scandal. It'd be good if she didn't have the Benghazi scandal. And it'd be good if the election was decided on the popular vote. Not her fault. But I don't know anything about electoral college strategy. But whatever Donald Trump did, he won. I don't know what else to tell you. Whatever strategy he had, he won. I hear the word populist a lot on the radio. Populist agenda. Well, if that means popular, then he won. Maybe he did win the popular vote. Is he the disgusting orange man? I don't know. Is he these horrible things that they say, these unkind words? You know what? To a certain extent, it's kind of like calling Barack the N-word. You're making fun of his orange color. For whatever reason, Donald Trump likes to be a certain color. He likes to, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you make yourself orange. Maybe it's just the TV. Maybe he's not as orange as you think. Maybe it's just high-definition television. There's a big thing about high-definition television. There's a lot of people that are very nervous about appearing on high-definition television because it makes you look like something that you wouldn't have looked like had it just been a regular analog, pre-digital, high-def picture. It's a different thing for a lot of people. So what makes a person want to get a tan? What makes a person, I don't know. Maybe he's a little vain. Maybe, who knows? Am I angry about it? No. My it for this show, I think, is all about this anger. And I've talked about it in the previous episodes. Oh, I can't see. Hold on, folks. Oh, okay, 23 minutes. So, I wish I can give you something concrete to really chew on. I think it's wasted energy. As human beings on this planet, I think you're not being effective. I think the energy that you're directing towards hating the president, hating this presidency, this whole resist thing, all this stuff, you're better off turning that energy into something positive. Go mentor, be a mentor to some child. Donate your time to the PTA. Do something with the Cub Scouts. Do something with soccer. Donate some platelets. These are all things that I've done. Do it for like an hour a week. 2 hours. Just make a difference in your community. Go grab a broom and sweep up. Figure out how to save your money better than you're already saving it. Figure out how to invest your money. You know what I'm saying? Why would you spend so much time trying to stop something that you can't stop? And why would you wish for that? Why would you wish for him to be impeached? Why would you wish? Because, if they impeach this president, they're just going to put in another Republican. They're not going to go get a Democrat. So you can impeach all you want. I just think I know you think I'm being very simple, but I do see it that way. He's the president. And you need to figure out what you're going to do for the next 4 years. I really would mobilize to get a candidate in there. I can't imagine it's going to be Hillary for yet another stab at it. I just really don't think Bernie Sanders should be doing it. But then again, maybe he's very healthy for his age. Maybe he could stand another election. I don't know if I would vote for Bernie the second time around because I'm really upset that he bailed the first time around. I feel bad for him that he got railroaded or derailed or whatever Deborah Wasserman Schultz, whatever the Democratic Party did to stop him or slow him down. I think that's wrong. I would like to have seen Bernie run against Donald Trump. I would like to have seen that debate. It didn't happen. I take a deep breath with you on this presidency. I'm skeptical myself. I've been skeptical about many presidents on the left and on the right, which always leads me to this decision. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's not going to change a thing. I think human beings really need to take charge of their own lives, take charge of their homes, take charge of their neighborhoods and their cities and their states. It's not that hard to put together an effort. You're galvanized, is that the word? You're putting together an effort to protest. Think about that. Think of this humongous effort you're putting into resisting and protesting. Now, wouldn't the logic be to put that resistance, that effort, into changing something for the good? Yeah, I know. Okay, less is more. So less Trump means more of something else. Well, to that I say to you, be careful what you wish for. You might get it. Because I hear that from the left a lot. And I don't like doing my shows about left versus right. I don't like doing that. But I've heard from several people, well, if Pence, is it Mike Pence, if he became president, things would be different. Well, that's very interesting coming from Democrats, that they support a Pence presidency over a Trump presidency. Because I would think you'd be thinking, no, I don't want any of these guys in. I want my guy in there. So that means you have about 2 years. Get your stuff together and get somebody up front that's going to carry a message and win back the office. I don't know if the Democrats have anybody in mind. Somebody who's a viable candidate. I have no idea. I think fighting the presidency is bad. And I think I've heard this so many times from so many people. Oh, the rest of the world laughs at us. Before Trump became president. Oh, the world is laughing at us. Yeah, well, I think they're laughing at us even more now. But then again, it's okay to have 50% in one direction and 50% in the other direction. It's okay. I just think that the people who are resisting should be resisting differently. Be more of a help. Turn it into a positive, not a negative. All right, anyway, I'm tired. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope I got to it. I hope I dumbed it down for you pretty good. I don't support the resistance. I don't support any of that detracting, whatever the word is, to, everything, the derailing the presidency, this whole anti thing. I'm not into anti. I'm into pro. If you're not part of the problem, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And I think all these people are creating a problem. You're not being part of the solution. I don't think you really thought this through. I don't really see the end game in all of this. And it's not because I'm saying this because my guy won. I repeat over and over again. My guy didn't win. My guy bailed out. I want to speak about Hillary in a way where if she had just done this, and this, and this, I would have felt positively about her. I don't know what those things would have been. I just never felt it. I'm not sexist. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not biased. I just never felt it with Hillary. That's all I can tell you. All right, folks. I hope that dumbed it down. I'm sorry if I didn't. All right? We'll try it again another time. Thank you for listening to episode 60. Look for you at episode 61. Goodbye, good day, good night, good luck, good riddance, Godspeed, and great skills. Take care.